Good evening, how are we? Welcome to another edition of At Up the Reds with me, Andy Canbay. Apologies for the hoarseness in the voice, as I was at Anfield yesterday at the Newcastle game. And yes, I go to Anfield, I go and sing, I get behind the team. So apologies if I do sound a bit hoarse. Some of you might find it attractive, some of you might now switch off. Give me a like on this video, okay, subscribe, okay, and please share. So, what have I got for me throat? Well, bottle of beer. Apparently it does the trick. Well, went to Anfield, met up with the lads, and by the way, thanks for the guy that sorted me the ticket out. You're a top man, and I will be coming back to you again with you supplying me with more tickets. Okay, let's get on to the match itself. But just before I do that, all talk was how Liverpool are playing good. Those lads that have been watching them home and away, the performances have been good, and somebody was going to get a thrashing. And all right, the score was 4-2, but believe me, Newcastle, it could have been 6, 7, 8. They were that bad. Their keeper was outstanding. Dubravka, is he called? He had I think he heard that De Gea was coming, and he thought he'd pull out a top performance. But don't keepers come to Anfield and play the best, because it just spurs them on. But yeah, take nothing away from Liverpool, from Jurgen, his coaching staff, to the way the game was prepared. Absolutely fantastic. We started the game really strongly. I think we had a couple of chances within the first 6 or 7 minutes. And then the game started to settle down. We were creating more chances in the first half. And then, yet again, we have a referee who decided that the game was going to be played by his rules and not the rules of football, because Anthony Taylor was absolutely garbage for maybe the last 15 minutes of the game. Some of the decisions he was making were absolutely shocking. It's just like if he had a mental relapse and he forgot what his job was, and that was to referee the game and referee it properly. So I was really disappointed with his display, and I tweeted at half time, looks like we're playing against 12 men, and it certainly showed in that first half. And rightly so, he got booed off because of the decisions he was making. Mo should have scored the penalty, yeah. Diaz, I mean, he had a really good game. He scored a goal, but Nunez was deemed to be offside. You know, it was very close. I mean, I was on the halfway line in the lower Kenny stand. But it it was just one of those things. So half time, 0-0. I think if I'm Jurgen, I'm telling the boys, do exactly the same, and the goals will come. Keep playing like you are. And then 3 minutes into the second half, we open with us going into the lead. And then I have to say, against the run of play, they equalised through Isaac, but I have to blame. I mean, Gordon went through 3 of our players, and the first player he went through was Trent. Trent defending was not so good there. and obviously class finish by Isaac 1-1, and we get the 2 through Curtis. But we were playing good football, everywhere on the park. Endo, I mean, I watch him on the TV, but when you watch him live, he gets through a lot of donkey work for the team. I thought he was outstanding. Although I gave Curtis man of the match, because yet again, I thought he was really, really good, sharp. He looked back to his best like he did at the beginning of the season. And it was a really good performance by Curtis. Slobbersley drifted in and out of the game, got caught, with his sloppy passing at the beginning of the first half, and same again in the second half. He's pulled up with a hammy, we think, and he's going to be out for a few games. But we've got players that are coming in now. I mentioned Diaz before. Superb, absolutely superb. I think that's his best game of the season. He really was on it today. Maybe that's because of Joe Gomez. There's a bit of a understanding going on down that side, and I thought Luis Diaz had a really good game. Lots of people around me thought Nunes played well. Could have had a couple. He's got to start to deliver soon for me. Mo's going to be disappearing possibly for 6 weeks. That's a long time football-wise. I know we've got FA Cup games, the odd Premier League game. We've got a couple of one Carabao game in there. So, although there's not as many games in January, but we've still got them coming thick and fast. Mo Salah, outstanding. Thought that was his best game for a while. He was. I mean, Dan Burns is probably twisting and turning in his bed because he thinks Salah's still there playing. He had him in and out. The substitutions that came on, and Jurgen mentioned it about his coaching staff, telling him, now's the time, let's make the change now. It's Macca's time, as in McAllister. The subs that came on, they all contributed. What a strong bench that was that we had last night. Jota, he just gives us something totally different up front, and teams just don't know how to handle it this season. He was superb when he came on. Should he have scored when he went down? He probably should have done, But was it a soft penalty? Yes, it was a soft penalty. Was it a penalty? We've seen them given against us for far less than that. So yeah. Gapco's goal, Mo's ball in. It was just superb. People telling me today at work, you've seen Liverpool's XG, it's 7.5. It's normally, top teams are normally 2, 3, etc. But that was unrivaled, never seen before. Do you know what? I don't give a crap about XG. I never have done. What I do is I give a crap about what the score is on the top left-hand side of your screen if you're watching at home. We could have, like I said, we could have scored 6, 7 or 8. Goalkeeper was outstanding. Some of their defending was really good as well inside the box. But and then we had Taylor again trying to spoil the game in the second half with his officiating. Really was bad. I had no idea what must go through a head of a referee if he wants to be the centre of attention. So a good 3 points. A marker was put down for the rest of the league. We are way, in my eyes, we're way up to where we should be with this squad of players. These players are really showing they can put on a performance, and the performance yesterday was top class, and it can only get better. I mentioned Curtis, again, same old. Ali didn't have much to do. Ibu was immense. I thought Virgil's leadership skills were brilliant, calming everything down. When we went 3-1 up, Mo, he was showing his experience side, telling the team to calm down when it was 3-2. Just let's settle it a bit. But yeah, it was great, and the atmosphere, outstanding. Jurgen mentioned it again in his post-match. He said it was absolutely brilliant, the best he's heard for a while, and we wanted it. We're top of the league. We wanted to stay there. We didn't want to draw. We didn't want to be 1 point ahead. 3 points makes a difference. We're creating the most chances in the Premier League. We've got goal scorers from all over the place. We've got guys that can come off the bench and make a difference. We never had that last season. We're always playing catch up. And so yeah, I'm really happy with the performance of the Reds. We play Arsenal next week in the FA Cup. Now, Arsenal will put a strong team out. If that be the case, let us put our strong team out and let's get a rhythm going. Let's put these teams to bed nice and quick and get on with the next game. Because after Arsenal, we're at home against Fulham in the Carabao first leg semi-final. Let's get that done. Let's get that put to bed early. And then I think we play Bournemouth away. So the games will be there for us in January to take. So there's only about 3 or 4 games, 4 maybe, in that period of time. Okay, that's enough from me, okay, because I'm enjoying my beer here and I'm trying not to cough as my throat is getting a bit dry. So as I said at the beginning, please subscribe, please share this video, please give us a like on the button, okay, and I'll speak to you just before the Arsenal game. Right, that's enough from me. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Up the Reds.